Welcome to Empower Today. It's my 50th birthday last week and I had a brilliant 5 meal course with my brother-in-law who cooked it, and my sister-in-law, my mum and my wife. And my mum told us a story that none of us had heard before. She said, I had a really painful time leading up to me being born. I've known that all the time. She goes on and on about it. I was bedridden for a month. They had to inject me in the hip every day, blah, 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 all that usual stuff. But she said that when she got out of hospital and she came home 10 days in hospital, she then a few weeks later went up to the shops. This was in Rust Hall where we lived. And it was about probably half a mile maybe. She got to the shops, bought all the food she needed, and then she went home. She got home and she thought, I'm missing something. I've left something at the shops. And then she realised she'd left me, her son, at the shops. Well, we were shocked when we heard this story. My sister said, I knew we weren't related. You were swapped in the prams at birth. You're not my real brother. And I said, no, we look alike, Amanda. You're going to have to take that on the chin. Hard luck. My mum didn't make that decision intentionally. And fortunately, it didn't have any massive ramifications. She got home, cried. When my dad came, he went, well, we've still got it, man. We said, don't worry about it. This is Palm Sunday we've been celebrating this last week, where Jesus makes a tiny decision. He rides into the city of Jerusalem on a colt, which was a 1-year-old donkey that had never been used for anything before. Donkeys are the workman's tool, if you like, in terms of transport. They're the lowest of the low, according to Simon Barnes in his book about animals and how we learn from them. The other side of the city of Jerusalem, you've got Pilate coming in with all of his spears, shields and armies, showing how powerful the Roman Empire is. And at this end, little Jesus comes in with a few disciples singing praises to him whilst the religious leaders moan. And yet that small decision has massive ramifications for Jesus' life. Only a few days later, he ends up hung on a cross, dying, I believe, to take away all the crud in the world so that we can have a relationship with God. Jesus' small decision, his tiny decision, has massive ramifications. How about you? Have you got any tiny decisions that you need to make? Tiny decisions that maybe you don't know it yet, but will have massive ramifications. If you do, you're in good company with Jesus. Take care.